Imagine this. You're hit with the unthinkable. A loved one, the person you treasure most, is suddenly gone. They died in a traffic accident, tragic and unexpected. Now the real question, could you find the strength to not only endure, but to embrace the life that's left? To say, this is my life now, and I'll make the most of it. To cherish the memories instead of getting lost in the loss. Would you be able to? You might have heard of the word stoicism before, and, well, while the example of someone close to you dying might be a little extreme, being able to know stoicism in the face of smaller situations like forgetting your gym membership card at home while standing outside the gym, being too late to your flight, or being short on rent for next month. Adversities like these are realistic and common, and it's exactly in these scenarios that Stoic practices can be so beneficial and liberating. And that's why I wanted to make this video for you gents. I stumbled upon this book approximately a year ago, Discourses and Selected Writings. I found it while I needed new material to read, and I had briefly heard of Stoicism, but not much, so I got curious. The book was essentially written by Arian, a student of Epictetus, where he took notes of everything Epictetus said and taught in his classes. So this video is mostly based on this book, what you can and can't control. The core principle of Stoicism is what you're in control of and what you aren't. It's about how we react to things, our opinions, desires. All of these things are within our control. Like, say your room's a mess right now, clothes everywhere. You can choose to clean it up now or let it slide, procrastinate. But then there's stuff we can't control, like your body getting sick. Or a more serious example, being wrongly accused of something in court, which can damage your reputation forever. That's outside our hands, and Stoicism teaches us to focus our energy on what we can change, not to stress over what we can't. There's a quote by Epictetus that I really like. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. So with everything happening in life, things are simply happening, and your perception of the event is what makes it affect you. Let's say you lose your job. Do you complain? Do you feel angry, sad, bitter? Or do you see it as an opportunity to start something on your own, which may lead to something great down the line? It's all in the perception you have, and according to Epictetus, a supreme gift given to us as humans, emotional control and resilience. Now, suppressing your emotions is not the way. You want to question them when they arise and understand them. Know what triggers them, and then master them. If we take a look at Neo from The Matrix, he started off confused and overwhelmed by the reality of the Matrix. He is about to escape the agents early on in the movie, but decide that he'd rather give up and be captured, as he's scared. However, as he learns more about his abilities and the nature of the fake world, that's simply code, he begins to exhibit greater, emotional control and resilience. This isn't to say he becomes emotionless and cold. Rather, he learns to not let his emotions overpower his reason or actions, and are able to make rational decisions when fighting the agents one last time, and utilize all his powers given to him as the One. Pursuit of virtue. Epictetus talks about humans chasing riches and fame, and while you can strive for great things in life, your utmost priority should be to live a life of virtue, dividing virtue into 4 pillars: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom.
Knowledge.
Learning new information, challenging your mind and opinions, having the ability to navigate complex situations in a logical, informed, and calm manner. Justice. Justice involves treating others fairly and behaving in a way that recognizes and respects the rights and dignity of all individuals. Don't be so judgmental. Rather, take a step back and let others be others if it doesn't affect your life in any shape or form. Courage isn't just physical bravery, but also the moral courage to stand up for what is right and to face challenges head-on, fear, uncertainty, and pain, without being overcome by them. To do like Neo, jump off that building, figuratively speaking, and take a leap of faith. Walk up to that beautiful girl at the bar that has been staring at you all night and clearly wants you to introduce yourself. Temperance is the practice of self-control and moderation. Just because it's the weekend doesn't mean it's time to eat and drink whatever you want. It's about regulating one's desires and impulses to avoid excess and start making rational choices for the long game. By living a life with virtue and by these pillars, you will live a more ethical, balanced, and fulfilling life. Trust me on that. Freedom and being bound to something.
Things you own end up owning you. But do what you like, man.
True freedom is found not in the external world, but within ourselves. It's about not relying on external elements that we often think are essential for happiness, such as relationships, materialistic things, wealth, power, validation, or status. These external aspects are fleeting and, more importantly, not under our full control. Real liberation and true freedom comes from understanding and managing our internal states, our desires, attachments, and emotions. Stoicism teaches us that while it's natural to have preferences or inclinations, our inner peace and freedom shouldn't hinge on these external factors. We should strive to reach a state where our emotional well-being is independent of external conditions. The cornerstone in Stoic philosophy is living according to nature. This means accepting life's natural course and the events that unfold. Take aging, for instance. Everybody goes through it. There is currently nothing to do about it, and you shouldn't feel any shame or fear around it. It's the way it is. So by focusing on what we can control, our responses, choices, and values, living virtues, it will give you a sense of peace and eventually true freedom. All right, gents, peace out for now.